I stated that I was going to make a video all about conquering fear, putting fear behind you, and I promised that video maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, but I've just been super busy, and then on top of being busy, I've been super tired, and I just haven't had the chance to get around to making a video. But now that I'm just sitting around the house, don't have anything to do, I said, ooh, this is the perfect time to make a video. So don't mind me, I'm in comfortable clothes, I'm in bed, so but I know y'all don't care about any of that. You guys just really want to receive the message. So before I started Curly Hair Only, I did try to start a hair company and it failed. One of the main reasons why it failed was because I was scared, because of the fear I had. I had imposter's syndrome, which pretty much means that I didn't feel I was qualified enough to do what I was doing, even though I really was qualified enough to do it. So that imposter's syndrome that I had did handicap me, and it did hold me back from being able to move forward in that business to make the sales I needed to make, etc. So when I started Curly Hair Only, I didn't really have half of that fear that I had before. I still had a little bit of fear, but it wasn't, you know, as bad. Around that time, I did learn about what imposters, I cannot pronounce that today for nothing. At that time, I did learn about what imposters, I learned about what it was by listening to podcasts. And when I realized it was normal for people to feel that way, that most business owners go through it, it just pretty much gave me the courage that I needed to actually go ahead and restart selling hair, which is when I started Curly Hair Only. Last year, I made a video about the mistakes that I've made in business. I had a real honest conversation with myself, had like a really nice I did like a self-evaluation of myself. I figured out what my weaknesses are. And going forward, the plan is to improve on those weaknesses so I don't have those weaknesses anymore. And at the top of this year, I have a goal of making 6 figures, so making $100,000. And one of the main things I wanted to focus on is fear. Getting rid of fear. And as of today, there is absolutely nothing that I am fearful of doing. There's nothing that scares me. Like, there's nothing that makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do that because what will people think about me, etc. So this video is pretty much to tell you guys like how I was able to get to this point, and how you can get to this point, because it's very possible for everyone. Okay, so first things first, you have to be able to have a real and serious conversation with yourself. I don't know when you converse with yourself, you know, you probably don't want to do it around a lot of people. You don't want to start talking to yourself around a lot of people, because people are going to start thinking you crazy, you talking to yourself. But in your alone time, most people do it while they're on the toilet. Most people do it when they're in the shower. Just whenever you have time to yourself to really just sit back and think about your life. Think about how things are going for you, and really have a true assessment of your strengths and your weaknesses, because we all have weaknesses. Now, the major weakness that a lot of people have is fear. Fear holds people back from living and starting the lives that they want to have. Fear holds people back from living out the dreams that they always wanted to live out. It's people out here that are literally dying and they never experience life the way they always dream to live it. It's people out here who had dreams of making a lot of money, traveling the world, etc. But by the time they died, they never did those things. There is no reason why anyone can't do anything that they put their mind to. So that's leads me to say this. Mindset is everything. And fear is a type of mindset. Fear is a negative mindset that you have. Fear is holding yourself back. Fear is just negative self-talk. Negative self-talk. That is what fear is. Fear is negative self-talk. It is literally you in your own mind talking to yourself, telling yourself why you cannot do something. Period. That's all it is. You should not be limiting yourself, and every day you should be pushing yourself to do what it is that you wanted to do. So in my situation, I was scared of putting myself out there because I felt like I wasn't qualified, right? So why did I feel I wasn't qualified to sell hair? Well, for one, I'm not a hairstylist, right? For two, I was never known to be the person that always had her hair done. I was never known as the person who always had her hair slayed to the gods, okay? I was never that person. People never looked up to me. When you think of hair, I probably was the last person people would think of. So with that, but I was passionate about hair. I had so much knowledge about hair, but I let that thinking discourage me from putting myself out there and letting people know like who I am, what I have, what it is that I can bring to the table. It's pretty much like I stopped myself from all of those different possibilities, because now look at how well my business is doing. Like, if only I would have started sooner, because clearly I have what it takes. But that whole time I was doubting myself. I thought I didn't have what it takes. I thought other people wouldn't be able to see where I was coming from or whatever. So it was really just a lot of fear. And I'm sorry, y'all, this video might be all over the place because I don't know. I didn't like take notes or anything. I'm just talking off the top of my head. But now when you think about it, fear, most people, they fear what other people are going to think about them. Most people fear the opinions other people are going to have about them. So let's say I was always scared to just get on Facebook and share any of my business posts. Like, I didn't want anybody I knew personally to know that I was running a business. I was absolutely scared of that. And it's like, why was I scared of that? Like, who cares what other people think? Like, I guess I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna say that's funny. They're gonna be like, well, Ebony, your hair ain't never been done. You know, I'm just thinking like, if I share my links, my products, my posts on social media to my Facebook page where personal people can see, I thought like they would make fun of me and they wouldn't take me seriously, right? So that was just me. That's what I was telling myself. That was what was holding me back. But that never happened. When I started to promote myself and stuff, those things never happened. 9 out of 10 chances, it will never happen. So it's just like the whole time I was so worried about what other people are thinking about me. That whole time, though, people don't care. People, honestly, they don't care. They really don't. They don't care what you're doing. They don't care if you look silly, you know. Like, people don't care. And then if people do make fun of you, they aren't going to make fun of you publicly, because then they just going to look like a, you know, then they just going to look like a hater. Like, who is going to purposely go out of their way to post on a small business account? I really don't think that you should be selling hair because you don't keep your hair done. Like, what grown adult is literally going to go out of their way to spread hate on a public platform so everybody can see them? I mean, of course it happens all the time, but it's just kind of ignorant. Like, who does that? And if somebody does that, just block them. But I feel like what really helped me was I made a goal to no longer make fear be an issue. It was like I went to sleep one day and I told myself, when I wake up in the morning, there is no more fear. I'm just gonna conquer the world. And I woke up the next morning and I never let fear stop me again. It's very, you have to, I guess you just have to really like, you have to really get to a mindset to where you don't give a damn about what other people think. You don't give a damn about what other people say. You know, you have to really get to that mindset. You have to really get to that mindset, because at the end of the day, we all do not know when our last day on this earth is going to be. We do not know. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month, it could be next year, or it could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years from now. We do not know how long we have on this earth. And I will be damned if I spent my entire life worrying about what other people would think of me. I would be damned if I can't travel the world. I would be damned if I can't live comfortably. I would be damned. You really have to wake up with that mindset. You have to really understand, like, who cares what people think? Who cares what people are going to say? At the end of the day, you got a mission. You got a goal. You got a dream that you have to accomplish. I'm going to keep on talking about how it's a mindset thing, because fear is 100% mindset. It really goes to show, what is it that you truly think about yourself? What is it that you think about yourself? Because you're going to have to tackle that. You're going to have to build some self-love. You are going to have to build some self-esteem, build up your self-esteem. It's a lot of things that you're going to have to work on when you want to have a successful business. You have to, because running a successful business, having a business is hard. Okay, there's nothing easy about running a business. And it's going to be much harder if your mindset is not quite there. It's going to be 1,000 times harder. It's going to be 1,000 times harder if you are doubting yourself every day. It's going to be 1,000 times harder if you don't actually believe in yourself. So you have to actually be able to sit down and have a really true, honest heart-to-heart with yourself. What is it that you think about yourself? What's stopping you? Things that I hear from other people, I've heard other people say, well, they're not pretty enough. They don't feel they're pretty enough. They don't do a whole face full of makeup. They've gained all this weight. They don't feel like, they don't want to get on camera. They don't want to go live. They don't want to be seen. And it's just like, you gotta fix that. You have to fix that. You have to go within. And the thing is, like, I hear people say that all the time, and I try to tell people all the time, not being funny, but if you think you ugly, I can find somebody 1,000 times uglier than you, and with them being 1,000 times uglier than you, they still go live. They still on social media. They're still promoting their business. You know, people, they say like, oh, they're scared. They want to wait until they lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds before they get on social media and start promoting their business and this, that, and the other. And it's like, be honest with yourself. Are you really going to lose that weight? Not saying that people don't lose weight, but it's like, be honest with yourself. And I can find somebody that's 50 times heavier than you, and that has not stopped them. So what's really the issue? What's really the issue? You have to stop worrying about what other people think, and you have to really you have to understand that you are worthy. You have to really, truly, honestly believe that you are worthy. You are worth everything that you ask for. Everything that you want in life can be yours. If you put your mind to it, it can be yours. It's the truth. A lot of people honestly do not believe that. They don't believe in that. They feel like they don't believe in that. A lot of people don't believe that anything they want, they can have it. A lot of people don't believe that. So a lot of people make excuses for themselves. A lot of people say, well, my job doesn't make a lot of money. I'll never be able to afford products for my business because my current job doesn't make a lot of money. Well, if your current job does not make a lot of money, find a new job. Simple. Well, if I find a new job, then it's going to be very hard to find a job that fits this certain criteria. It's going to be hard to find another job that has the same hours because I got to pick up my kids from daycare and this, that, and other. Stop. That's an excuse. There are other jobs out there. Or I can't get that job because I'm not qualified. I don't meet the requirements, blah, 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 blah. Well, did you apply for the job? You have to apply for the job to even be considered a choice or an option. A lot of people, their mindset is so limiting. A lot of people, they tell themselves no every day. A lot of people tell themselves no. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. No, this is my current situation. People don't understand that circumstances are temporary. Temporary. You can't get the job you want now, but that is now. You will be able to get the job later, but you have to be able to do certain things in the now to get to the later. Circumstances are temporary. Temporary. That's the part that a lot of people forget. So a lot of people always make excuses for themselves. You have to stop telling yourself no. Especially when the world's not even telling you no. The world has never told me, Ebony, don't start a hair business. The world has never told me, Ebony, that's a terrible idea. The world has never told me, don't post your stuff on social media and promote yourself. You're going to look stupid. No one has ever told me that. Not a friend, not a cousin, not anyone. But that is what I was telling myself. That's what I was telling myself, and it stopped me. I stopped myself. And a lot of people are stopping themselves. And if somebody did tell you that, who is that person to stop you from living the life that you want to live? Like, I don't know. I don't really know if this is something that I can really teach y'all. Like, I don't know if not having fear is something I can teach y'all. The only thing that I can say is it's your mindset. It really is your mindset. What you think about yourself, what you truly believe in. Because everything is possible. Everything is possible. You have to stop telling yourself no. You really do. Because of me, a single mother that struggled, a single mother that had to get up at 4 a.m. every morning, be out the house at 5 a.m., walk a mile to the bus stop with a newborn baby, catch 2 buses to get to my child's daycare, just to get to the daycare early before it even opens, have to wait for the daycare to open, and then have to run from his daycare all the way to my job. That's what I had to do. That's where I came from. And I didn't make any excuses for myself. I always knew I deserved better. I always worked for better. And that was my mindset. My mindset was to always do better for myself so I can create a better life for my child and for myself. That was always my motivation. That was my circumstance, yes. But that was not the end of the story for me. So if I would have limited myself then, if I would have told myself, no, I can't have that job because I don't have no car, how am I going to get there? What if I would have told myself that? What if, right? If I would have told myself that, I would have never had a job. I would have never been able to take care of my child. But that's not what I told myself. I did not limit myself in that situation. I did not limit myself in that situation. I came up with a solution to my problem. The solution to my problem was to walk and get to the bus stop. Right? And I could have said, well, there are no buses close to me, so I can't catch the bus. I just can't go to work. Nah. I said, I got 2 legs and my legs work. So I walked to that first bus stop in the morning. You get what I'm saying? So everything is about mindset. You cannot limit yourself. And what fear is a mindset. It is a negative mindset that you have about yourself. It is what you tell to yourself every day. It's what you are saying in your head. That's what fear is, and you have to get out of your own head. Don't be the reason why you can't live the life that you want to live. Period. If you don't like your current situation, change it. If you don't like your current situation, fix it. If you don't like your current situation, be a problem solver. Figure out a way to get around it. I figured out fear was holding me back. So what was the solution? The solution was to get rid of fear. And I know that kind of sounds like a simple, easy, basic solution, but it was the solution. It was to get over fear, stop doubting myself, and to go for it. Just go for it. Just do it. And for the first couple of times when it came to posting myself on Facebook, when it came to going live, right? Going live on Instagram, the very first time I did it, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was nervous about it. I was nervous about it. I was like, oh, this is gonna go so wrong. Because especially going live on Instagram, because I edit a lot of my YouTube videos, so you guys don't hear it as often. But my speech, I kind of do the same thing that Young Miami from the City Girls do. I don't know what it is, but y'all know how when she sometimes talks so freaking fast, and you be like, what the hell did she just say? I do that all the time, every day. So I was just like, dang, if I get on live and I just start saying stuff, like, people gonna look at me like, what the hell did Ebony just say? So I was very nervous about that. I was like, what if I don't make sense? What if I sound stupid? I was very nervous about it. And the first time you do anything, it is 100% normal to feel nervous about it. But you guys, once I turned that live off, once I stepped away, I felt so relieved. I felt like, wow, this was not bad at all. And the first time I went live, maybe only 4 or 5 people was viewing. And then after that, a good 7 to 10. Now today I have a good 20 to 40 people that view my lives. But it gets easier with time. Sometimes when it comes to fear, you just have to put yourself out there. When I started making posts and advertising my business on Facebook, and I always say Facebook because that's where a bulk of people I know personally in real life follow me. The first time I post, business related stuff to Facebook, I would have to post it and then I would have to log out of my Facebook account, y'all. Cause I just couldn't deal with it was just my nerves would get the best of me. So I would have to log out of Facebook for like the rest of the day. And then I'll log back on the next morning, forgetting that I've ever made a post. And then just to see like people I know share the post or people I know like it or heart the post, it was like, oh wow, like see, that wasn't bad at all. Like what was it that I was so scared about in the beginning? So yeah, y'all, this video may be all over the place. Hopefully it kind of helps someone. Hopefully, because I do feel that this video is all over the place. But I guess the takeaway when it comes to dealing with fear is to, 1, have a real conversation with yourself. Look in the mirror or whenever you have time to yourself, just be like, self, what's wrong with you, sis? Okay, what's wrong? What is really the issue, sis? I don't know. Because we need to make this money. We trying to travel the world, sis. We are trying to travel the world.
I agree.
Sis. And we don't got time for what you got going on, sis. Okay, we need to get we need to work on this and fix this so we can live the life that we're trying to live, sis. Okay, get your stuff together, sis. Yes. So first, have a real, honest, serious conversation with yourself and really analyze what your weaknesses are. And once you realize what those weaknesses are, you need to go ahead and tackle it head on. Don't hold yourself back. Just go through with it. Just put yourself out there. I promise you it's so rewarding after you put yourself out there. I promise you it pays off. I promise you, once you're done doing whatever it is that you're scared to do, you will feel a relief. You will feel weight lifted off your shoulders. You will truly feel like the world is yours. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to put yourself out there. You got to be willing to bet on yourself. You just got to be willing to take that chance, because honestly, you deserve the life that you know you deserve. And that's facts. You deserve it. All of y'all watching this video, you deserve every single last thing that you want in life. You deserve it. You deserve it. You really do. You really do. So thanks for watching this video. Hit subscribe, hit like. If this video helped anyone, please let me know. Please let me know. And until next time.